Women are spending 50 grand on hair care and no one's asking why. 50 grand on shampoo, conditioner, masks, oils, serums, thickening sprays, root boosters, heat protectants, all chasing the promise of perfect hair. And I know, because I've done it. I've spent years and a ridiculous amount of money trying to fix my hair. I have fine, limp hair that just flops. And for the longest time, I genuinely believed that the right product would change everything. I've bought every volumizing shampoo under the sun. Some of them worked for about an hour, then the flatness would just come back and I'd feel like I'd failed. Not the £20 bottle of shampoo, but the hair care industry is designed to make us feel like that. Like, if it didn't work, it's because we didn't do it right or we didn't spend enough. That's the scam. The beauty industry and the hair care world profits when women feel broken. Cologist Renee Elgin calls this beauty sickness. When chasing perfection with our appearance starts costing us confidence, joy, and yes, our financial freedom. So in this video, I'm breaking it down. I'm going to show you how the hair care industry manipulates women into spending thousands, what your hair actually needs based on science, and how to finally stop falling for all the hype without giving up on feeling good. I used to think that my hair problems were my fault, that I just hadn't found the right product yet. The magical combination of shampoo, mask, serum, and heat protectant that would finally give me the hair that I saw in the ads. I was layering it all on. Volumizing sprays, leave-in conditioners, frizz oils, thickening mousses, spending hundreds of pounds a year on bottles that mostly ended up under my sink. But instead of feeling better, I felt worse because none of it worked the way it promised to. And when it didn't work, I didn't question the product, I questioned me. That's how deep this goes. And honestly, hair care is one of the sneakiest traps because it is marketed as self-care, as empowerment, as confidence in a bottle. But have you ever felt like your hair was just a project that you hadn't solved yet? Like, if you just keep buying, one of them will finally work. You're not alone, and it's not your fault. In fact, is working exactly the way the industry wants it to. So let's talk about how the scam actually works. First, you don't need 7 products in your routine. That's not science. That's a bundle upsell strategy. Brands know that if they can convince you that shampoo alone isn't enough, that you also need a matching conditioner, a mask, a serum, a root spray, a gloss, they've just tripled their revenue from one customer. But it gets worse. Luxury branding does not mean better ingredients. It means better margins. In many cases, the formulas are nearly identical to drugstore products, but with fancier packaging and a celebrity name slapped on it. You're paying for the illusion of prestige. And then there's the clean beauty and sulfate-free movements. It sounds empowering, right? Like you're making an informed, healthy choice. But most of it is just clever rebranding. Some sulfates are harsh, yeah, but others are completely safe and effective. Sulfate-free doesn't automatically mean better, but it always means more expensive. The truth is, a lot of these products rely on psychological tricks, not science. Studies show that when a product smells luxurious, comes in sleek packaging, or creates a rich lather, we believe that it's working, even when the actual formula isn't doing much. That's called the placebo effect. And the beauty industry uses it constantly. And when you're always chasing the next holy grail product, the costs add up. Some reports estimate that women spend up to 50 grand on hair care over their lifetime. That's a deposit on a house. That's years of retirement savings. That's a business startup fund. And most of the time, that money is not going to products that actually work. It's going to products that sell hope in a bottle and leave you right back where you started. Let's take a step back for a second, because once you understand the science of how hair actually works, the scam becomes more obvious. Your hair is dead, not metaphorically, literally. Once it grows out of your scalp, there's no blood supply, no living cells, which means it can't heal or repair itself. It's a bit like your nails. If you split a nail, No amount of expensive hand cream is going to glue it back together. You have to trim it, protect it, and wait for healthy growth. Hair works the same way. So when a product promises to reverse damage or fix split ends, that's a lie. You can smooth over the damage temporarily, but you can't undo it. Hair is made of a tough protein called keratin. What actually damages it are things like heat styling over 180 degrees centigrade, bleach and chemical dyes, rough brushing or towel drying, especially when wet, and UV damage over time. And while no product can undo that damage, you can protect your hair from getting worse. So what really helps is keeping your hair moist and strong, using products that help hair stay smooth and sealed, preventing damage instead of trying to fix it after the fact. Now let's break down what ingredients to look for and what to avoid in plain English. Ingredients to be cautious about. These usually do more harm than good. Sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS. It's a strong soap that strips your hair and makes it feel dry and rough. Drying alcohols like alcohol denant. This is found in some sprays and foams. They dry out your hair. Formaldehyde releases. It's a type of preservative that can irritate your scalp. Fragrances. This can mean a mix of chemicals, and it's often where allergic reactions come from. And heavy silicones, like dimethicone. This makes your hair look shiny at first, but it builds up over time and can leave it feeling greasy or flat. Ingredients that actually help. These are simple and effective. Glycerin. It pulls moisture into your hair and stops it feeling dry or brittle. Panthenol, or so-called provitamin B5. This helps strengthen and soften your hair. Mild conditioners like cetrimonium chloride. These help with detangling and smooth the surface of your hair. Proteins like hydrolyzed keratin or silk. These help to fill in weak spots in damaged hair, but it only lasts temporarily. Moisturizing alcohols like cetyl or stearyl alcohol. Despite the word alcohol, these are good ones. They make the product creamy and hydrating. But watch out for these products that don't help, even if it looks luxurious. Expensive oils. They just coat your hair instead of actually helping it. Split end repair. Products don't actually fix anything. Heavy silicones that give you a fake shine now, but make your hair limp over time. The truth is, most of what keeps your hair healthy is honestly kind of boring. Gentle shampoo, a lightweight conditioner, less heat, and more patience. So here's the golden rule. If a product gives instant results, it's probably just styling. If it actually helps long term, it won't look glamorous. You can bring dead protein back to life with fairy dust and fragrance, no matter how pretty the bottle looks. Let's take this a step further, because here's something most brands never tell you. Hair care isn't one size fits all. Your hair is shaped by your genetics, your natural colour, your curl pattern, and even how oily or dry your scalp is. But instead of teaching you how to care for your unique hair, the industry sells one formula and blames you when it doesn't work. Hair texture varies among everyone. The shape of your hair follicle controls how your hair grows. If you have a round follicle, your hair is straight. An oval follicle, you have wavy or curly hair. If your follicle is flat, you'll have coily or tightly curled hair. You also have your strand thickness, fine to coarse, hair density, how much hair you have, porosity, how much your hair absorbs moisture, and scalp oiliness, how dry or greasy your roots get. This is why some people need moisture-rich masks and oils, and others need lightweight shampoos or clarifying shampoo. Your natural colour also affects your hair texture, strength, and needs. Blonde hair is usually finer and more prone to greasiness and breakage. Use gentle, light products and avoid buildup. Brown hair tends to be stronger and shinier, but can show dryness and residue more. Clarifying helps here. Red hair often has thicker strands and less density. It can be drier and more UV sensitive, so hydration and UV protection are key. Black hair can be strong and shiny, but also dry, especially if it's dyed or straightened. It needs moisture and gentle care. If you dye your hair, like me, no matter the colour, it's more fragile. Stick to low sulfate, colour-safe products to protect it from heat and the sun. If you've ever thought, why doesn't this work on my hair? The answer isn't you. It's that you're being sold products that were never made for your hair in the first place. And no one's telling you that. This isn't just about shampoo or serums. It's about how women's time, money, and confidence are quietly drained to keep up with beauty standards. The more power women gain, the more we're pressured to perfect our appearance. And hair is one of the biggest battlegrounds. For years, I told myself that spending on my hair was self-care, that it mattered, especially as a professional woman. But one day, I realised I'd put off contributing to my ISA, literally investing in my future, because I needed to get my roots done. That was the moment I saw it clearly. This wasn't confidence, it was fear. Fear of looking unkept, of being judged, of not looking like I had it all together. That fear was costing me more than money. It was robbing me of long-term freedom. So I started cutting back, pun intended. I stopped chasing the next miracle product and I started doing my hair at home. When my mum saw me, the first thing she said was, "Oh, your hair looks lovely. Have you had it all cut?" I told her that I'd done it myself, and just like that, it wasn't lovely anymore. She looked disgusted. And then in an instant, it was choppy, uneven, and not the same. And I realised it never mattered what it actually looked like. It only mattered that I paid someone to do it. That's how deep this programming goes. We're taught that we aren't qualified to care for our own bodies, that beauty only counts when it's being bought, and we're constantly spending to meet that expectation. That's money we're not putting towards our goals, not investing, not saving, not building wealth. It's not just about hair, it's about freedom. So what can you actually do with all this information? You don't have to throw everything out or stop caring, but you do deserve to spend your money and energy on what actually works. Here are some quick wins to free up time, money, and mental load. Stick to the basics. A gentle shampoo and conditioner are enough for most people. Most extras are just upsells. Stop hoarding products. If something hasn't worked after a few weeks, it's not going to. Simplify. Ignore the trends. Slugging, glass hair, bond builders. Ask yourself, is this solving a real problem? Focus on root causes. Hair reflects your overall health. Nutrition, hydration, sleep, and stress matter more than any serum. And watch the placebo trap. Price and packaging are not results. A £3 conditioner might do what the 41 claims, just without the hype. Your hair isn't a problem to fix. You don't need to buy worthiness. To help you out, I've made a free hair care cheat sheet that you can download right now. It includes simple routines for different hair types, ingredients to skip, what to actually use, and tips to avoid overspending. It's short, science-backed, and will save you money immediately. And the link's below. Your hair isn't broken. You don't owe anyone perfect. Every time drop 60 quid on a miracle mask and invest it in yourself instead, you're building wealth, you're building freedom, and you're saying that I choose me. And if you thought the hair care industry was manipulative, wait until you see what's happening in skincare. Watch this next and save yourself thousands.